Hey guys, the Catacomb update has introduced a bunch of new gear into Skyblock, and I want to talk about what is good for you to pick up in the dungeon and use. So there are two concepts, or two things you need to understand to get the best value out of your gear. And one of them is essence crafting. I had a video about that before, but a little quick refresher on it is every star gives you 10% stats, and each star costs essence. You need to go to a blacksmith to upgrade it. Pretty good to give your armor a stat boost. The second is top quality items, and what is that? So, let's say you have an epic zombie knight jet helmet, for example, right? However, if you're really lucky, you can get a legendary drop. So you get a tiered up rarity of any of the dungeon like floor drops right now, which is really good. Also, their stats can be differently rolled. So how that essentially works is, you can have like a chest with different stats. So if you go to use a chest, for example, check your multiple copies and see which one's the best stats before you start investing in. I made this mistake last night and wasted a bunch of undead essence, which you cannot get back by salvaging, unfortunately. So, now that we covered that, what is good? So, as you guys know, here's like the first few floor armors. Heavy, rotten, run. I wouldn't invest too much into them. If you don't have any gear at all, you might need to, dip a little bit of your funds into this, like breaking down your equipment and, investing, because you're gonna struggle too much if you don't have at least something to protect you if you're in like end armor or something, because dungeon hits really hard. Moving on to the tiers, get skeleton soldier master. Wouldn't think too much about it, and then you get to the three good sets if you ask me. I'm not gonna talk about adaptive yet because it's a boss drop, but you get these three sets. And what do I think about these sets? Well, Skeletor has the potential to be really good. From a side-by-side comparison, it does seem to be lacking in gear score, but however, it sacrifices defense or a lot of damage. So this is definitely a good damage armor, and if you have it upgraded, it has the potential to do really well. The full set bonus is really good. It offers strength crit damage per 10 Skeletor kills, and I heard it was like up to 100 strength and crit damage. I'm not sure though about that, but that's what someone told me. So, or that's what Haskell told me, but maybe he doesn't know either. So this set does have the potential to be really good. A set I'm primarily looking at right now is the zombie soldier chestplate. This is definitely a good chestplate to hold you over or good set to hold you over until you get full adaptive. But I believe it has Catacombs level 12 or something to unlock, so yeah, it's a little tough. Also, you can see a top quality item again. It's really interesting. It had really decent HP defense. It does seem on the lower end of stats, but compared to Zombie Knight, which should be its like higher tier predecessor, it does have better stats for the most part. So you see right there, they're very close, but it does come out top with like a little bit more stats. And this set, like the Zombie Knight set, even offers free strength, but it sacrifices, like each set does something different. So you'll see Skeletor, you sacrifice defense for crit damage. This set sacrifices health for strength. And this set just doesn't give you any bonus stats, just gives you HP defense. So if you're trying to be really tanky and have the level to use it, I would probably pick up the zombie soldier set. However, I would not get the helmet. The set bonus is trash. You want to pick up the Bonzo mask. This thing is crazy. Look at my stats. I am level maybe 14 or 15 Catacombs level. Look at my stats in the dungeon. 500 health, 350 defense, 500 int. This thing is a monster. I don't even have Hot Potato booked yet. When I full Hot Potato book my armor, my stats are going to be insane. So just think about that for a bit. I'm going to be testing it today on stream, so, maybe come check that out if you're interested. But there's also the adaptive set. And how good is the adaptive set? Well, adaptive set is interesting, is to say the least, because it has the potential to be really good. If you look at its set bonus, 2% stats per piece, so you can get about 10% before you start capping out on it. And 10% per piece, as you can see, if you look at the dungeon buff, that'd be a lot more stats, like 40 more health almost, 12 more defense, a little more int, stuff like that. Its defense is on the low end, but its health is on the relative high end. So you're gonna have a lot of health. Your defense might drop a bit. It's still a good set. I'm probably gonna test it out more once I finally get a chest plate. but it's taken me so long, and I just want to, wear something good. So I will try to worry about this later. Also, selling this stuff right now is a top priority. I'd say it goes for a lot. But anyway, there are also swords and bows. If you're archer, probably don't pick a machine gun bow, stuff like that. Wouldn't really get a soul suited bow. And then there's swords. Now, swords only really apply to melee people, and I'm missing one of them. I know the Commander Whip, which is really good, but Silent Death is a really good option, but you need level 20 to use it, so you're stuck with literally Dreadlord or Zombie Soldier Cutlass, but they both have relatively low stats, so you probably want to stick with your current sword, unfortunately. Besides that, there's Bonds 1 too. This thing's really good, but decently expensive, so keep that in mind if you're trying to get your hands on one. But yeah, so adaptive is really, I don't know. I'll have to get it and test it, or I need to ask them what the stats of it, which I probably will do, and then I'll get back to it on you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on dungeon equipment. All in all, I'm gonna test this out. It looks good in the dungeon for the most part. A little more int, a little more defense. If it's hot potato, it'd be definitely a lot better, because the hot potatoes will give you a massive buff. You definitely do need, since that 80 defense you get from it will, as you can see, if you get 80 defense, it becomes double. Or right now, my Catacombs stats would double it, or I guess that's 30%. Yeah, but anyway, on this piece example, it would double it, so I get 40 defense from it instead of 20. So every piece gives me 20 defense or 40 defense. That's 160 more defense. That's pretty big. But at this point, it's rambling on. But hopefully this helped. All in all, just if get what you can. If you can at least get to Zombie Soldier, great. And if you want more damage, think about it. But all that matters in the dungeon is surviving. And if you want to be big whaling, get yourself the adaptive set. But these things sell for like 20 mil a pop. Only legs and chests, sorry. Then you can make a lot of money from that. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helped. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.